you all been on a little morning adventure? Check you out, Teddy Bear, leading the way. With Dow, who had a night out on the yard last night. Annie, you look a little bit skew-with. She likes a little breather on the hills. Oh, someone said yesterday, I've got the best office. And we really have. The best views. Would you like me to sort your ear out, Annie? I think I said on another video, this is Annie's old rug, but the new ones are all the same design, but they're white. They were supposed to go off for printing at the weekend, but our printer hasn't got back in touch with me. He said he can do them, but whether he's away, I'm not quite sure. But they will get done as soon as possible. Oh, Dow, don't come and tease Uber. Oh, Uber is so exciting. It's a girl. Doubtson, don't tease him. We might take you out of the equation. It's an exciting day for Uber, not because he gets to see girlies, but because he's going out. Look, there's Holster. And look, we got Frey in today, because it's a very exciting day, because this little man is going out in the orchard today. Just going to give you a little bit of a tidy up, because you look like you've been dragged through a hedge backwards. And then we'll take you down the road. Bear, are you feeling put out that Doubtson was flirting with Uber and not with you? Oh, shame, little man. Right, Dow, I'll let you go as long as you leave Uber alone. Oh, you've undone the quick tie already. We're going to see Nero's turnout from his perspective as well. So we have the GoPro on his hat. We're going to get to see what it's like from Nero's perspective going out in the field. Pop one on. Here comes Nero on the way to the field for his first turnout since he's up. Along with big person friend Uber, who's going to babysit. So Nero is also wearing the GoPro between his ears so you can get the view from that as well.
First time since February.
How's he behaving?
Yeah, good. I think he's excited.
Good.
In a nice calm way at the moment. Oh, that is my fault.
We are. It doesn't help that I've just walked in front of him. But
also he'll have seen all the others down the road.
So that's just where Tracey's just reminding him just that he can still walk slowly and calmly even when he's a little excited.
We might just go into the gateway here.
So
where are you going with you?
we're just going down to the orchard. Smile, say hello to everyone on the camera.
Oh, hello everybody!
Yeah, so he's a little bit excitable, bless
Come
him.
here to me. Here, get in.
It's all right, that won't
I'll
bother
be
him.
all right with dog. Hey, I'll let you go then, mate. Don't you get hurt.
We won't get hurt. He might just pull me a little bit. Yeah. We will catch up soon.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
See you later.
Right, I'm going to go ahead of you now and get him in the field.
Woo!
You can see all the girls here are ready and watching.
Yeah, it's not, to be honest, it's not an ideal situation having them opposite, but I'm hoping that these two are going to be just interested in the grass.
Yeah, and there's plenty of it out there. There's the orchard.
Swap Uber, because of course Uber likes all the girls and he'll get quite excited about the possibility of them next door. But we'll just have to see how it goes. You know, you can make these plans and then you just have to change it as and when you decide it, you know, depending on what the horses are doing.
As if on cue, that's Obi letting the girls know he's arrived. I wonder who harrowed it. So that's Nero just having a bit of a moment, just because we've got a trailer coming past us here. It's not a trailer, a little lorry.
Well, your camera's to be with already.
Aww.
He's dropping that hock a little bit. Oh, little man. Please don't go over.
We can see the ears of the girls.
And he's going to have a run around for a bit, but hopefully after a few minutes he'll settle. Gosh, look how well he's moving with that.
I know. Oh, so that's just Obi, just putting him in his place. Because Obi's the boss man with Nero.
Uber.
Uber.
Now, of course, the adrenaline is going to make him move better at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we'll see how he's moving when he comes in.
That'll be the telltale, is walking him back up the hill.
Even the cows are excited.
You can't really see the cows, but they're all in the field behind us. And then over there, oh, that's Hannes and Ice, and the albino's in bed. He is okay though, he often just has a flat out sleep in the morning. Hello. Hello. Seems to have settled in to turn out quite happily. We've definitely had more animated turnouts than this.
He has,
Yeah.
But I think we know that he's been...
She says,
Don't
ooh!
turn up my nicely harrowed field. Tomorrow will be worrying about those wolves.
She will. No! But yeah, ideally by now the girls wouldn't actually be in the 14 acre, they'd be in the barn field, but we haven't. Yes. Sorry for the dodgy camera angles, I just had to avoid getting flattened.
I wonder whether we actually go and shut them in the long field.
Might be an idea.
Yeah. So we're going to take some of the girls out of the equation so that there's not too much temptation for Uber and Nero.
She's excited because she gets a little trip out on the lorry today.
She does get a trip out to Mills. We're up the hill and you can see they're both nice and settled now. Happy days. They look beautiful, as does the harrowed field. Annie! Hello. Up to the tie-up points, please. Just out with Annie and Leaky Noodles. Because as you know, I'm trying to get Annie fit so that she can get back in the carriage. And I thought, as Jodie's still off lambing this week, I'd get the little Leaky Noos out as well. And it's so lovely to be out with her. We're just having a little trip round the block, not going round the village for a change today. Look at all the pretty bluebells. And the pretty Leaky Noos. Look, we got some little bullocks who'll be very curious and wonder what on earth we're doing. Oh, look at them. Aren't they cute? What do you think, Leaky Noos? What do you think, Annie? Eh? Annie doesn't care. Annie's stopping for a pee. I love little bullocks. They often scare people because they come out in the fields in the spring and they're very curious. But the horses don't mind. Nika, being the character that she is, she did get a little bit worried by the cows when they started to follow us up the bridleway. And she spun round a couple of times, but Annie was really good with her, and same old thing. As long as I stayed calm and relaxed, then she soon picked up on that and was quite happy once we turned and faced the cows and just let them know that it wasn't really quite right for them to follow us. Oh, Annie wants to splash now. No, Annie, let's not splash. Oh my goodness, it's a very, very muddy puddle. The cows soon got bored, went off on their way, and we carried on. It's been a nice change of scenery for her, hopefully. We're back. The boys still look nice and settled down there. The girls and him are still hanging around by the fence line. But there's no silliness. We're back, and because we've had extra apples delivered today, it's only right that they get an apple each. So thank you everyone who's donated apples for the horses off the wish list. They do enjoy them. That's Nikki News. Sorry, she's not in her normal head collar. Annie's wanting more. Frey's cleaning up your mess, Nika. You made big mess. More apples have arrived. That's just one of 2 big trays for them. Come on down, you look very beautiful up there amongst the bluebells, but you need to come down for a clean up before we go to Mel's. Oh my life. They're all keeping me fit. I actually don't mind, because it's lovely to walk up here because it's so beautiful. No. Oh, can you imagine one day if we have little walkways around here, little wood chip walkways around the farm? Can you imagine just being able to come up here and sit and enjoy the view, enjoy the bluebells, and of course, most importantly, the horses' company. Someone said to me last week, in fact I think it was Richard McGonigal, it must be quite a pressure having to try and think of content every day to go on our videos. My biggest problem is there's so much content every day, how do you cut it down? So we're never ever short of things to film and things to share. There's Annie having a chat to Wren. I think Teddy Bear's on his way down from the woods. And how could you ever get bored of watching these guys? I know I certainly don't, and I get to see them every day. I think Teddy Bear is on his way. Is he on his way? He was up there a minute ago. He's hiding around the corner. Anyway, come on down, let's go and get a clean up. Nikki News and Mabes back down to the field. And then Uber's going to go back in and join the boys, who are over there behind him. Little Nero is going to be coming in to rest. Little Uber, or Weirdo as Frey calls him. You've been on babysitting duties out here, being teased by all the girls next door. You ready to go back with the boys now? Is he ready, Frey?
Yeah.
His GoPro's gone a bit skew-whiff on his head, but that's fine. It won't have filmed for long. He will be able to be out here 24/7, but for his first couple of days, I just want to make sure that he comes in and rests that leg because all that adrenaline to start with when he came out, he'll have overused it a little. So if he can rest at night in the stable for a few days, and then he can come out here 24/7. Well, he's definitely quieter. And just watching him initially with that back leg, yes, it's a little slower than the others, but it could have been a lot worse. And we have to remember that it's going to take up to 12 months from the operation, which was in February, for it to fully fuse and for it to be what it's going to be. She says, no, I'm ready to go, Hole. Little Zhao, what good girl. Pretty in pink. Is she my little pony, Hole?
My little pony, my little pony. Zhao, speak it. But she's not so skinny and bony.
Dow's in her favourite spot. Just watching Hole in the arena with Zhao. I just turned around from filming Hole with Zhao. I don't know what Dowson's doing. Oh, Dow, are you going to sleep? Does that feel good? Bye, little fluffy pink marshmallow. You going back with your buddies? Look, we've cheated. We've stopped the lorry at the bottom of the road and we're unloading them back into the field here. That's Dow and Zhao back out. Little Pepper here. Off for the evening. And tomorrow's the big day. We'll get them all moved into their summer turnout tomorrow morning. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, these are your bins. So every time we throw away a bit of rubbish, we'll think of you.
Is that a good thing?
That's for Jamie to decide, Tracy, not you. They're not your bins, they're Jamie's bins.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the last jobs for today is just the final preparations for the horses moving tomorrow. And because we've changed the plan and we're not going to let them in from the long field across the beck because it was so boggy, we're going to actually open up this track to let them come down. Now, it might mean that it's a little bit uneventful because, of course, they'll come out onto the track and all they'll want to do is eat. But once they realise that they're in a new space, they may come running down this track, and we have this gateway at the end that will be shut. But down here, we have a concrete pad that leads into the barn field where they're going. And I was slightly worried that if they do run down here and they turn quickly from here round into the field, that they could slip on this bit of concrete. So that's a very long-winded way of saying I've basically bought these 2 mats down here, 2 stable mats, to put on the concrete to hopefully stop them slipping. And the chances are it wouldn't happen, but I'd rather prevent a problem because if they slipped over, they'd A, hurt themselves, and B, they'd fall in the beck, which they wouldn't be very happy about. There he is. He's had a nice little snooze this afternoon out in the turnout. He's not resting that leg. So once we've moved the girls and hid her tomorrow, he'll go back out in the orchard.